Hello Taurus, welcome to your November reading. So I pre-shuffled, and since I shuffle for a long time and I usually wait for the cards to pop out, so that's why I did it before, so that the video wouldn't be so long. So the ones that are faced up are the ones that popped out face up, and it's a 6-card reading. 3 cards for the underlying energy, 3 cards for now, and 3 cards for the outcome. So the underlying energy, it's like the past, what you've went through, that kind of explains what you're living now. So it can be the past, last month, last year, 5 years ago, but it's what you're living, explaining what you're living now. So in the past we have the Strength card with the 8 of Swords. Like right now, that tells me that maybe you're dealing with a Leo, but it's that taming of our instinct, our fears, our our ego, our desires that aren't tamed. You know, it's that, and with grace, with the knowledge of our connection to the universe, of our higher self, that can tame that part of ourself. And with the 8 of Swords, that tells me that in the past you were in kind of a state of, that's when you're uncomfortable and you don't know how to get out of it. You don't see the solution. You're kind of stuck in a prison of this should be done, or what people said, or situations, and all of these things are in front of you, and you're kind of being blinded by the situation and not able to move. With that, the Justice card and the King of Swords, they came out together. And because they came out together, the justice here could easily be the justice of man, because it can also be karmic justice, the justice of the universe and all of that. But with the King of Swords, the King of Swords is a strategist, he's a lawyer, he's somebody that manages and you know, plans out strategies and things like that. So that's why I think maybe in the past you had like a court situation, and that would be your lawyer or your opponent's lawyer, and for them to be coupled together. We'll clarify and see what is happening, unless you're dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius is Gemini, and Libra, and that's Libra also. And now what you're living, we have the Prince of Wands, that's fast movement, fast passionate movement. The King of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords, so that can be you, man or woman, earth sign, Taurus. And the fact that it came out with the 10 of Swords here, that means that right now you're living that energy, and it got into the core of you. They came out together. You have the strength to get out of it. It's the end of a cycle here, the 10. You cannot go lower than that. And right after we have the Ace of Cups. So that's a real shift happening. Right now you're at a shift. That can also be because you had your full moon not so long ago, eh? And while Venus, your ruler, was retrograde in Scorpio, could have made all these old emotions, things that we kind of brought back into the deep, have a light shed on it. And with Venus, it's our value, our worth, what we can attract, what we can create. So whatever happened there in the past where you were stuck and justice came very swiftly, really hurt you at your core. With the Ace of Cups after, that's from the universe. So that's love coming. It can be a new relationship right now maybe, or it's more about the self-love. Because I don't know if I told you that before, but the cup itself is made of self-love. And then the universe can pour in those emotions and even have it overflow that you can share with other people in peace. In the outcome, we have the Ace of Wands. So you have two aces. So right after that defeat, that treasony, that event that really put you on your knees there, you have two aces coming. One of emotion and one of passion. Willpower, passion, a project, an idea. An idea that would fulfill you, like a new beginning of something. After the Ace of Wands, we have the Princess of Wands. So there's right away a scale up. First we have the idea, it's in our mind, it floats in the air. And then the Princess of Cups makes it more in the concrete. So that could be the talking about that project, making the first moves or something like that. A communication about that passion. After, we have 4 cards that came together. We have the Empress. Now that is beautiful. That is you, I think. See, with the Venus here. So whatever happened here made you go back to the core of who you are, your value, your worth, your passion. She comes out with the Six of Wands, success, recognition of who you are, what you've accomplished, what you can do, what you can create. The Eight of Wands, these are the arrows of love, but they're mostly like actions and communication that build up. That's why they're kind of like a staircase to heaven. Because they're events that happen fast and that kind of take that Ace of Wands into something much more real, that is in the process, and that you're actually active in it successfully with your creation, because the Empress creates whatever she wants. She's very fertile. And we have the Two of Pentacles also. So for sure this is balancing that new project, your values. Okay, this is gonna come first, this is gonna come after. These are, and we do that all of our life. As soon as there's something new coming in, we have to balance it in our reality. So that's the balancing of these two coins. In the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Coins. So maybe you became single there with the Justice, and that really threw you off. But once you were with yourself, you rediscovered your passions and your value. And this is going to transform into becoming something, a new project, it can be a new relationship. We'll clarify. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Justice and the King of Swords. Although they clarify each other, but... What? Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups for Taurus, November. What is the Ace of Cups? Why is the Ace of Cups here for Taurus? What is the Ace of Cups here? Okay. So we have the Two of Swords. That's a decision. The Hierophant. That's a Taurus. That's the Taurus card. But that's also like institutions and things like that. And the Tower. So that's the crumbling. The crumbling of something that was very solid for you. Because there you are again, you know, and that could be your marriage. That could be, marriage doesn't have to have, you know, passed in front of a judge or anything. You know, if you're living with someone for 5 years, it's like a marriage. If we're talking about a job, then there was a decision made at headquarters there. You were kind of stuck in that position. Maybe there were a remanagement. It was something that came in fast and that really threw you off. But this came over the Ace of Cups. Over that new love. And there's this decision you need to take, that you don't have all the facts. It's like you can't see really clearly with the Two of Swords. She's at the night. She has their eyes folded like the Eight of Swords. Except that there she needs to take a decision. But she doesn't see all the facts. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Better picture of what's happening. No, the Ten of Swords. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords with the King of Pentacles. Death. It was the end of something. It was really the end of something. But that's transformation. And that's really, you know, crumbling down. Because we have death and then the Tower. So that transformation that you're kind of pushed into. Because I don't think that was your will. This was done to you. But it's gonna bring back a new something you love. Find your heart again. After what wasn't good is put to rest and destroyed, and you transforming yourself, going through death. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. But that really hurt you. Ace of Wands. Crumbling of a marriage. What does the universe want to bring to Taurus? What does the universe want to bring to Taurus? Three of Pentacles. That could be a new project at work. Because the Three of Pentacles is working. It's showing your talents. It's doing something that's really aligned with your capacities. Maybe a new project. Maybe you're gonna find your heart's fulfillment in work for a little while. What's that Princess of Wands? Maybe you're gonna create something that really is gonna bring out your passions with all those wands after. Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands. Communication. Justice and the Devil reversed. So you know what? That project, that new passion, that's really gonna make you show your value. It's gonna rebalance things and free you from lower vibrations. Because the Devil came out reversed with the Justice. You're gonna maybe get a communication about what's happening in that court thing there. And whatever was holding you down energetically, you know, because he's got slaves. I mean, if you look at it, he's got slaves here. But these slaves can be our thoughts, our emotion that brings us down. It doesn't have to be drinking or drugs, or it can also be that. But it's mostly when you were in the dark, now you are not anymore, because Justice put down her sword. And you're gonna have a communication about that. Because we have Justice twice there in your underlying energy, and now in the outcome with the Devil reverse. So all of this is being in the Devil energy. You know, when you're feeling so, I mean, look at the guy, huh? You're not flying high there. You're hurting. And that's why death comes and transforms it, crumbles down everything that was solid with the Tower, crumbling it down, getting rid of the Devil energy. That's good. That's very good. It's a good outcome. And here, well, Empress, the success, fast communication, balancing things out. That is like a glorious ending. Taking your power back. It's taking your power back. That's what it is. The power of yourself, becoming the Empress. There's the Ace of Wands again. So that tells me that that project here, where you're gonna collaborate with others, it's really going to be, they admire him, they collaborate. One thought of the plan, the other one is the client, and he's actually building the cathedral. And that project, which is gonna show your values, show who you are to the world, is gonna bring you success. It's gonna bring you back in your power. Because all of that, with that fast communication, it's gonna go pretty fast. You know, after that is taken care of, it's like you hear of it, things crumble. Right now things are crumbling. But it's for you to go gain your heart again, your value, your self-esteem. Then this project comes in collaboration with others. There it is at the end, explaining all of that with the Empress and the Six of Wands. I mean, you cannot have a better rebound from a situation where you were there and now you arrive here in the same reading. That is beautiful. It's one heck of a rebound. So right now maybe you're feeling a bit, not just a bit, maybe now you're feeling like things are crumbling around you. But I think the advice of the tarot is to go find your heart, find your value, go within, take that decision to choose yourself. Let what has to die, die. Let yourself transformed. And right away after, the universe has your back, is gonna give you that new project. Things are gonna settle. Your devil is gonna leave. All that energy is gonna flush away. And there you are. Success and the Empress with your new project. That's beautiful. And see, with that single lady there that built herself, right under we have like the Three of Cups. So that's, you know, having fun with your friends, celebrating. That's the under energy here. We have the Queen of Swords. So that's taking what you've went through and transform it into wisdom. That's the Queen of Swords. They say she's a cold queen, but she's not cold, she's just wise. She's been through that. See? She's been through that. She's been through all the swords. She took it and transformed it. That's why the butterflies are on her head. Transform it like a butterfly. Transform it like death transforms things. And the Tower transforms things. It's all for purification, so that you get closer to yourself, so that the universe can send you new energy of self-esteem and peace, new project. And the Four of Wands, you're gonna solidify all of that. Your home is gonna become a happy home again. So that's your reading, Taurus, for the month of November. So if it resonated, if it spoke to you, well, like, share, and comment. I like to read the comments. And so I'll see you in the month of November. No, December already. All right. Have a good day.